Welcome to Los Angeles. Lights, camera, action, emphasis on lights in the greater Hollywood area as the USC Trojans set to open another season tonight. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a team from the Big 10, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Ready to get this thing started and open the season. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wormley. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Peppers. Takes the easy one to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds. And then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge game down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts. Small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Looking for a crease, it's Berry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Breaks into the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, USC. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's going to make a statement today.
And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air. It's Peppers. Snagged in the middle. It's Alvarado. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Bearcats want to move quickly.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The inside handoff. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bearcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. And some room to work. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The give to the tailback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The Bearcats lining up, just needing a few tough edges on 3rd down. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. He's got 42 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. And the Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the 2nd quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive. Downhill. Went and got it. Got the tackle for a loss. Forcing the fourth down.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll try the right side. Runs through the tackle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Back to pass, it's Peppers. Fires to the big fella. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking to throw on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. A lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some...
He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Cincinnati! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. To the air, it's Peppers. Going over the top. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll go to the ground. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. Racing down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out problem.
Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down. Take away the big play for this defense.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He's up to 51 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Quick completion to the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll leave it with him. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. And this will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Motion from the wideout. A designed run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking downfield, it's Peppers. Finds his man, it's Alvarado. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll try it again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's the handoff. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
And the Trojans will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Ellington. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it off. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Off-play action on first down. Finds his tight end. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. And if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the red zone, it's Berry. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Peppers. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Tight game so far in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal coming up. Motion from the back. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
To the ground. He's got it again. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
The give out of the gun. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Scanning the field, it's Brewer. Quickly complete. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Second and long. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give on the counter. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be fourth down.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on fourth and short. The option look. Now the pitch. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. We figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, just a thing of beauty. Great balance between the run and pass, and it took them right to the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Got enough for the first. Give him 96 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. On first down from their own 22. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Peppers. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a little space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll go back to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw. It's Peppers. Looking left. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. One word to describe this guy, unstoppable. Over 150 yards receiving, and he is putting the gold into that Cardinal and gold.
And they do such a good job with this offense year after year. If you're a USC OC, you got stars. On the outside, you got speed. You know how to highlight them. You know how to find them. And you know how to feed them for big days like this.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end now in motion. They think there's room to run to the right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll send the back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The field goal is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
USC 21, Cincinnati 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The give to the back. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Got his man. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Bearcats want to pick up the tempo. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out in the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got the back over the middle. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. Breaks into the open. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all off season, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Trojan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football. And for some, this update could fall under that category.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the Cincinnati offense will take over first and 10.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, the inside give. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Brewer. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown USC! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense continuing. Put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
To the air, it's Brewer. Quickly complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming to the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
He wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll try the run. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that 1st.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. Makes the catch, it's Alvarado. They'll get into the 48, no need to measure it to 1st down. He has been open all day, and the key to making him a Trojan legend is to just feed him the ball.
And the key to every USC team is finding the playmakers, giving them the football, giving them a chance. If they're covered, they're open. If it's man, they're open. If it's zone, they're open. Feed those star wide receivers.
Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To throw, it's Peppers. Gonna take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Trojans will call on their punt team.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for a loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
Hauls it in, looking for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Going right to work up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Out of the gun, the inside give. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Leaves it with the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Kincaid. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Sends it downfield. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Dropping back, it's Peppers. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And the Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Let's go. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Fears the pressure. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.